Hey there, welcome to CodeChef. Today we are going to be discussing the project Hangman from our course Java Projects for Beginners, where we have 10 different Java projects from which beginners can get familiar with Java. So let's begin. So I think we know how the game of Hangman works. Basically, there'll be a secret word which the player has to guess, and the number of guesses the player will have will be the length of the word, that is, number of letters present in that secret word. And if the user guesses the letter properly, whichever letter has been guessed properly has to be written, and rest all should be in blanks. So basically, the win condition is if the user guesses all the letters in the word, or if the number of turns is 0 and there are no more blank spaces left. So let's look at how this game works once. Let me just give name as CodeChef. So I have 6 guesses. Let me give R, so that the letter R is not present in my word. Let me give A. It is not there either. Let me try E. My word was medium. I was unable to guess it, hence I have lost. So you can see the word medium has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 letters, and I've had 6 guesses over here. So let's look at the flow for this particular project. We will need to have a block or a list which has all the words, like all the secret words, which the computer can choose at random. And one of these will be chosen at random and will be selected for our game. So we need to accept the user input and display the number of guesses the user has remaining. And at the start of a game, the word will be filled with blanks. That is, every letter will be a blank because the user hasn't guessed yet. And based on each guessed character, we need to display that correctly guessed character at that particular place. Or if the user has guessed wrong, we should just simply display blanks. And as I've explained before, here we have our win conditions. So in our first subtask of the Hangman project, we will be creating a list of secret words, and out of which we will make the program pick a random word, that is the random choice of word. So we're going to import these from the java.util package, and in the class CodeChef, first we're going to initialize a function called chooseWord, which will return string. Array list is basically a resizable array which is from the java.util package, meaning we do not need to define the length of the array, and it will increase or decrease based on whether we have added elements or removed elements. So basically I'm going to create a resizable array which is of type string, and it's called as words. And now over here I'm adding all these elements to this array. And now I'm going to create an object of the random class called random, and from this random object I'm going to run the random.nextInt function, which is going to choose a random number between 0 and the particular number value given over here. Right now I'm given words.size, which is basically the size of the array. So right now our array size is 6, so we'll get 6 over here as an output from words.size. So what this does is basically it's going to give a random number from 0 till 6, that is exclusive of 6. So the output from this will only give a random number between 0 to 5, and it will be stored in random index. And then we're going to pass it on to words.getRandomIndex, that is, it's going to give the random word present at this particular index, and then we're going to return it back to the main function. Coming to the main function, we're going to create a new scanner object, and then we're going to ask the user to give the name, and then we're going to take input using the scanner object which we initialized above. And then finally we're going to print out hello, and we're going to print out the user's name, time to play Hangman. And now we're going to call the chooseWord function which we defined over here to get a random word, and then we're going to print out that random word. And over here we're closing the scanner to free up any resources. So let's just run this code once. So let me just give my name as Ram. So it's going to come hello Ram, time to play Hangman, and the word selected for this round is rating. Let's just submit this code once. So past this test case, let's move on to the next subtask.